Hello everyone, welcome to Statistics. So today's session will be moving towards the concept of your functions, where we are moving to learn the things, where we are moving to understand some methods of your statistic, how we are using it, how we are using those particular things one by one. So the first thing in a function, if you observe it in that particular area, we are going with the first one, it's your variance, then p-variance, Stdev and Stdev. So this is the four methodology or four functions what we used in a statistic in a different way. Let's start with the one by one. The first variance is the function is calculate the variance or measure of a division of data, the value of variance, your data values. So all those things we are using this. And take as example to find out the variation, the populations, nothing but your populations of your country. You can go with population of your country, population of your cities, state. So those population, if you want to find out, we are using the variation function method on that. Then we are having another call, that's a pre-variation. Basically the pre-variation functions computes the variation of entire population. Like if you want to go with the entirely like full variations or all the details, like it takings of the different cities and different state, add on that, we call it pre-variation methods. In that particular things we are using that particular things on that. After that we are having a Stdev functions, which is standard deviation. So basically these two methods we call a square root of your simple variation, or we can call as a standard deviation. In that we need to find out the square root of your sample variation whenever you have it, your sample variation. In that particulars we use this Stdev. Then we have Stdev. This is what our square root of population variation. So whenever you have square root of your population variations, we'll be using the population variation, we'll be using this Stdev. So this is what the four basics, your basics of your all the things and basics of your statistic functions or method on that particular area. So this is what exactly all the methods, all the variation on that. So for that we'll be using all the methods name, because this is all the methods. So we are using variation method, p variation, standard dev, p standard divs, we'll be using it. So I believe you are clear with the theoretical concept of your functions method. Let's move to Jupyter Notebook to understand the practical way on that. So let's understand how to use in a Jupyter Notebook. We'll start with the importing part. We'll be importing it first. So import your statistic, STATISTICS. So after importing we are moving to creating the particular thing or list. So we are going with the n, and we are taking at the values 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are taking a 10 values. So any 10 values you can use it, the particular 10 values. We created this particular areas, and then we are moving to use the variation calculations, right? So need to use the variation calculation. We are going with the print, and then we are moving to use the statistic method, directly the statistic method. So STATISTICS, statistic dot variation, VARIANCE, variation, and then we having a variation will be the particular thing the directly, and just go with the n values what we have it. So you can get it the variation on that particular. So this is all the direct method. So we are having a libraries, with the help of library we can use this variation. Let's go with another pre-variation, where we need to call the particular things with the proper, like fully. Whenever you wanted the fully things, you can go with the fully. So what you have to do, we are going with the print, and then we are going with the same way, the statistics dot, and then we are going with the p-variance, IANCE, pre-variance, and we need to send the n on that. So we'll get the fully of that, like whenever whatever the values are there, we're going with the full variance total. If you want to go with the population, the total population, it will be taken it, and it will give you the total population of that particular thing. Let's move to the other two, that is your standard deviation and your square root of sample variation and the square root of the population variation. For that also we need to do the same only. See, the list you can change it. Now let's move. I just change the list now. I'm just going 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 20. So I just change the list on this. After that, others two method, whatever I will use it, the same we just use the method name, we just go with this particular data set. So what you have to do, you are going with the statistic, STATISTICS, statistic dot your std ev, and then we are passing n1 because this will be the first standard deviation to find out the particular standards. Then we are moving to the thing of pstdev. So we are going with the print and then the statistic method STATISTICS. Then we are going with the dot and then the method name pstdev, and we just send the n1 because that we already done with the creation on that. So this is how you need to find out the all this particular things in that way. So this is how you have to use this all the 4 methods. This is all the predefined methods. We just import the statistic and we can use the predefined method with the help of any data set. The data set is depend upon you what you want to use it. So this is how you have to use the function, different type of function in a statistic. Thank you.